Next, on Toy Hunter. I'm doing the happy dance. I'm bushwhacking through the rugged terrain of Tennessee. Whoa! Whoa! G.I. Joe, Star Trek figures. You're hitting my sweet spot, man. Whoa! I'm like a kid back in the 1960s. I'm seeing what they see for the first time. 60?
250.
250?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are we gonna do some more?
$800.
7. Ooh, fire in the hall. Oh, I just got shot. Evil Knievel. Matt Mason. Please tell me that's what I think it is. I'm Jordan Hembrow. They call me the Toy Hunter. Oh, man. This is where you've been hiding everything. I've been collecting and dealing toys for over 25 years. Oh, I had a little toygasm. I scour the country and I dig deep. Do you know how much I can get for this?
Whoa. Out of a box of junk.
If there's a fortune hidden in your toy chest,
I just touched a $17,000 toy.
I'll find it. These may be toys, but this ain't child's play. I'm in Tennessee, home of country, the blues, and the king himself. Also, the most expensive Pez dispenser ever sold. The final bid was $32,000 for a test run piece produced for Knoxville's 1982 World's Fair. Now, I didn't bring quite that much cash with me, but what I did bring is a healthy appetite for some new toys. So I'm off to see Brandon. Now, Brandon was a child of the 1970s, and his mom and dad actually saved all his toys from when he was a kid.
Jordan? My name is Brandon. My parents' attic is full of toys from my childhood. I'm just ready to get rid of them and not have to store them myself. Here it is.
Wow! Like a big toy chest.
It's yours to play with.
Oh, I'm gonna play. You hit my sweet spot, man. From The Empire Strikes Back, this is Kenner's Dagobah. Dagobah was the planet that Yoda lived on. This was the playset. It's really, really simple. It was Yoda's hut on a plastic base and had really, really cool levers here. You could put Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader here and they would fight in the tree and everything. The cool thing about this toy was it gave every kid at home an opportunity to use the Force. Just like Yoda did in the film. You push this button, oh my God, they're levitating. He really is doing it. I know the guy who worked on this playset. And when he sculpted the base, he did a little something special for his daughter. There's a lizard down here. And inside the lizard, he carved Emily, his daughter's name. It was a little homage, a little Easter egg. Always look for the little lizard that says Emily on it. What are you looking for on something like this?
It's still in the box. It's got the instructions. 75.
We do 65?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. What do you want on this guy?
I may hang on to those.
Oh, wah, wah, wah. Okay. Oh, I love these guys.
Every boy loved G.I. Joe.
The Amphibious Personnel Carrier, or APC. These were done by Hasbro Corporation. Let's put this bad boy together. This actually doubled as an action figure carrier. You could fit 28 action figures in here. And this was a really neat action feature. See the bumper? It doubles as a handle. Hurling down the dirt, through the water, and back on the land. The APC was the first G.I. Joe vehicle released in 1983 to transport the figures. These things took serious wear. You got the steering wheel. People always lose the steering wheel. And you got the seat belts. Let's look at the box. Very little creasing, very little tearing. Wait a minute.
That was your point. You had to cut those off.
I know.
Yeah.
You cut it out. Kids would cut out the proof of purchase points, send them into Hasbro, and a few months later, get an exclusive action figure not sold in stores. What'd you use your points for?
Somewhere I have a little Cobra figure.
Awesome. Okay, so what are you thinking on something like this?
50? 50 in the ballpark?
What do you think about 30 bucks?
What about 45?
Meet in the middle?
I'll meet you in the middle.
$35.
35.
Thank you. This keeps getting better and better, man. Land Shark from Masters of the Universe by Mattel. This is so cool. Oh, this is cool. I'm going home with this tonight.
Knight
I used
Rider.
to watch Knight Rider all the time.
We didn't miss it.
made by Kenner Corporation. Look, there he is.
Look, there's David.
It's the Hoff. David Hasselhoff starred as Michael Knight, a crime fighter supported by a wealthy benefactor who gave him some awesome toys to fight crime with. One of them being a talking car named Kit. In my opinion, he wasn't the star of the show. The car was the star of the show. Kit stood for Knight Industries 2000. And this toy had like 6 different phrases. It was so cool.
Didn't it have a flashing light across the front?
It did. It had the flashing light. Knight Rider was developed by a guy named Glenn A. Larson. He also did Battlestar Galactica. If you remember the bad guys, the Cylon Warriors, they had sort of that red eye that went back and forth and went boom, 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 boom. And he reused that same feature in Knight Rider. So you're missing the instructions. The toy is loose in the box. But you know what? It's David Hasselhoff. He's giving you the look. He's staring you down like, dude, you have to buy this toy. I'll tell you what, I'll give you 40 bucks for it.
Are we gonna do some more?
We're gonna do more.
Okay, that's definitely a deal.
Thank you. Oh. I'm down here in Tennessee at Brandon's house, digging through some 1980s gems. But what's really catching my eye are some very exciting pieces from the 70s. Evel Knievel. This is the gyro-powered motorcycle. It was by Ideal Corporation. This is 1975. Evel Knievel was this super-duper stuntman. He was jumping buses, he was jumping motorhomes. He even holds the Guinness World Record for the most broken bones, 433. I had one of these growing up. A motorcycle on a little gyroscope pedestal, crank it up, zoom, 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 zoom. It's kid-powered. You also have stunt and crash car set. The car was made to come apart. I'd bash it through a wall. I'd put it off the stairs and everything. When you think of Evel Knievel, you think of him crashing all the time, so this was a perfect toy for him. These stunt sets were designed for destruction. So to find 2 of these uninjured daredevils in the box is really rare. All right, the million-dollar question is, do you want to sell this?
I'm not really the collector. You kind of tell me.
I'm thinking 160.
Jordan, I like you so much. It's a deal.
Thank you. My first dig in Tennessee, and I already have some showstoppers. I bought a vintage Star Wars Dagobah playset for a cool $65, and I'm gonna try to use the Force to get 100 for it. Next, I got a sleek talking kit car for $40, and I'm gonna rev this baby up to 80. I also got a duo of Evel Knievel crash sets for $160, and I hope to get around $350 for the pair. Along with a grab bag of figures, vehicles, and games from the 1980s, I'm aiming to wrangle in about $600 from my first dig. And now, it's off to the next one. Hey, Julia, what's going on?
Hi, Jordan. How's Tennessee?
Great. I got some awesome 1980s toys so far, and now I'm on my way to Knoxville.
Oh, that is perfect.
I just got off the phone with this.
Major vintage buff.
You want to stop by?
Vintage, I am definitely interested.
I'll be there faster than a speeding bullet.
Oh my gosh, you are such a nerd.
Bye, Julia. Keith?
Jordan.
Hey.
My name is Keith. I like to collect 1960s pop culture stuff. They're the things that I actually grew up playing with.
Is it 32?
32 Ford.
Fantastic. I love the big toys.
I have a few of the small toys as well, Jordan.
Okay. Where do you got those?
The barn.
Take me to
Let's go
it.
take a look.
Whoa! You've got boxes.
This is primarily storage. I mean, you see, I've got a ton of different stuff in here. But if you want to see the toys, got to man the ladder.
How high is that?
14 feet. You'll be all right.
Oh, my insurance is paid up. This is higher than 14 feet. Wow. I'll tell you, it's cool.
Pull one down and let's dig in and see what we can find.
Oh, nice. This is very, very cool.
Let Marvel out of his cage.
This is by Louis Marks Corporation. His name was Marvel, and he was a ride-on pony. Essentially, kids would just bounce around and hop on him. It was all kid-powered. Marks toys dominated the 1950s and 60s. They turned out play sets, vehicles, and action figures, all the while with cheap prices and advanced designs. The really ingenious thing about this horse, the springs in there would adjust automatically to the weight. So if you had a really light, skinny kid on it, he'd be okay. If you got a heavier kid, Marvel would be like, I say it all the time. They don't make them like they used to. It's a very, very cool piece. And with the box, these can go for about 100. However, I do have some bad news.
Okay, what's the bad news?
The box gives it away. Look at the kid. All bright colored. It's digital photography. That kid's not from the 1960s.
Not from the 60s, no, I have to agree.
This is brand new. This is a reproduction. It is done from the 1990s, made to look like the original one from 1967. The fact that they came back out and they made it again, very, very cool. I'm thinking 25.
Okay, done deal.
Great piece.
Now there's nowhere to go but up. Okay.
Now this is classic. This is the Louis Marks Guns of Navarone. All in plastic. It had a lot of different accessories. It had little plastic soldiers. You had the Allies and you had the Germans, and you could take them and pose them all around the playset.
The detail of figures to me was phenomenal.
Look at that. You have the guy, he's pulling out his buddy. Look at the guy. His helmet's like popping off of him. That's like an action pose. Oh, I just got shot. Oh. Tin soldiers from the 1800s were commonly made in parade positions. But when the cheaper plastic platoons marched off the assembly lines in the 1950s, they were complete with the new action-packed poses with the play sets to match.
The fun begins when you get to go garrison with the German forces inside.
I gotta get a guy and put a guy in here, hang on. And he's like, hey, what's up? And he's gonna go up to the 3rd or 4th floor. There he is. And you had all these cool strings and they could haul equipment up and people.
There were beds and rifle racks for all their equipment.
It's all these little accessories that really, really made it fun. Is this something you would consider selling?
To me, we're probably looking at $125.
I'll do $80 on this.
$80. What if we said an even one bill?
Okay, I'll give you 100.
$100 buys it. Good deal.
Action Jackson. 60?
60 bucks.
Thank
Good
you.
deal.
Oh, God. Oh, very, very, very cool. You got your original G.I. Joes, man.
64 issue Action Pilot.
If I talk to my kids and I tell them about G.I. Joe, they're like, oh, you mean G.I. Joe? And I'm like, no, I'm talking about G.I. Joe. These 12-inch troopers came out at a time when Mattel's Barbie ruled the toy shelves, but the boys weren't buying. So Hasbro made dolls the same size, ditched the dress, and coined the now familiar term, action figure. The first year, they only did 4 of them. Action Pilot, Action Sailor, Action Soldier, and Action Marine.
Correct.
Oh, here's the Action Sailor.
Yeah.
G.I. Joes were soldiers that had the scars to prove it, but those Hasbro birthmarks were actually their way of preventing the competition from making cheaper knockoffs.
It's got the hat, the chambray shirt, the denim bell bottoms.
If I'm not mistaken, these are reproduction boxes.
The boxes are repro. The figures are original.
Keith, these are fantastic. I really, really love them.
I think if you like those, you're really gonna like this, Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, man. Please tell me that's what I think it is. I'm down here in Tennessee at Keith's. So far, I found some great early 60s toys, including some sweet original G.I. Joes. But what Keith just unboxed is blowing my mind. The Green Beret. This is one of the hardest G.I. Joes to get.
And one of the coolest. Hardhead Joe, reproduction box, all the accessories.
Everything is here. Beret, dog tag, machine gun, and knife. And did somebody say bazooka? Wow. These bazookas.
Pull it back.
Fire in the hole. Wow.
Man, that brings back memories.
You don't see that anymore.
That's a toy.
That is a toy. Set of 3.
Set of 3.
I am interested. But since these boxes aren't original, could you do 275?
Okay. We're close.
300?
Sweeten the pot a little bit. Bring it up a little bit.
Gosh, 325?
Good deal. That's very fair.
Very nice. Keith's Barn of Nostalgia was also home to some serious winners. I got Marvel the Mustang for $25, and I hope to ride off with $45. And calling all soldiers, I got a Guns of Navarone playset for $100, and I plan on doubling my money on it. And the big buy. 3 1960s G.I. Joes for $325. I think I can get upwards of $600 for the lot. Along with some other rare and dusty finds, I spent about $700 at Keith's, which I'm hoping to turn into $1,500 once I give these boys a spit shine. I'm headed out of the sticks and onto the concrete, towards Knoxville. I'm going to meet Greg, who I really don't know that much about, but fingers crossed, he's got good stuff. Greg?
Hey, how you doing, Jordan? I'm Greg. We built this house a couple of years ago. Now we're moving, and the less stuff I take, it's easier on me. Go on in.
Cool! It's like a big playroom for us.
Yeah, for adults. No kids allowed.
G.I. Joe, Star Trek figures. Oh, all right, I found something I want. Love me some Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon rocks. This is all by Mattel Corporation. He's one of the original vintage comic book characters. All-American high school football star, track and field, traveled between Earth and planet Mongo. Flash Gordon made his first trip in outer space in 1934. He's older than Batman, he's older than Superman, and he fights without using any superpowers.
It was a great cartoon, good story.
And then they had the really cool movie from the 1980s.
Not the cheesy movie.
The movie wasn't that bad. Come on,
it was
it had
okay.
Sam Jones in it. You know, I really want to get the whole set. The best I can do is probably about 150 bucks.
Ooh, ouch. How about 250?
250 is a lot of money for this set.
I need a lot of money for that set.
200? Come up, you come down, sort of meet right here.
That's good.
Thank you.
All right.
Next box.
I pitied a fool.
Planet of the Apes by Mego Corporation. Oh, look at the graphics.
One of my favorite pieces.
This is a 1962 Ideal Corporation. This is the haunted house. Oh, wow. So cool, man. The game was actually played vertically. You would take all the game pieces, and every time you'd put it in a little peg here, it would open a door, and it gave you a little directions. Like that would be go directly to D. Full of spooky stairwells and originally retailing for $6.66. The Haunted House was one of the very first vertical board games to tower over hits like Monopoly. And kids braved the new heights to climb all the way up to the attic.
The jewel in the attic.
Do you have it?
I guess you'll have to stick the peg in to find out. Oh. Voila.
The jewel!
Yeah, a lot of times kids played with that. It was gone. That's a hard piece to find.
What are you thinking about for something like this?
Man, this is one of the rare pieces. I'd probably around 350. That jewel I've seen go for 150 bucks.
Go 250.
That's probably about what I got in it. Let's do it. Let's do 250.
250?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lots more stuff. Keep digging. More 60s toys. Good box.
I'm doing the happy dance. Matt Mason. Classic 1960s from Mattel. Matt Mason was a heroic astronaut who lived and worked on the moon. And he had a line of accessories to help him complete his mission. This toy was great. It was very, very simple. You tied the string around a doorknob, sort of traveled right up the string, and it made him look like he was in space. I talk, I say many things. I travel from station to station. The 1960s, the space race was on. The whole world was caught up in landing people on the moon first.
And the moon and the planets are there. And new hopes for knowledge and peace are there.
He had a metal armature going through him, so you can make him more bendable. His costume was modeled after the costumes that everybody saw in Life magazine. Matt Mason came out when kids were excited about the possibility of actually stepping foot on the moon. But he was short-lived, and it wasn't long before he was lost in space. They don't make toys like this anymore. What do you want on that?
Well, it is still sealed. I'd feel good at 450.
350.
350 is a little low. Let's bump it up 50 and make it even 4 bills.
You're getting $400 in my money. Okay.
Cool. Thank you. 400. That's good.
Thank you.
Keep going. You might find some more treasures in there.
Oh my God, you got more? Callisto, he was so cool. He was Matt Mason's friend.
Tough to find. Carded.
I can put a price on him very easily.
350.
We're 50 bucks off. I was gonna say 300.
Well, good. That's not too bad.
300?
300 bucks is good.
Thank you. The Matt Mason figures I just picked up are out of this world, but they couldn't begin to prepare me for this. Oh, you can run, but you can't hide, baby. Oh my God. Oh, you can run, but you can't hide, baby.
That is the Mac Daddy of Matt Mason.
This is the whole space station. This is everything. It even had figures included on it.
Well, those figures are still on the card inside there.
Have you ever seen one of these put together? I have. Huge.
Yeah.
And they've got all these parts and pieces. The space crawler. Nothing stops it. Powerful hauler and winch for heavy-duty jobs. Battery operated. Ah, it was like awesome.
Yeah.
It could do anything. The control center, the launch platform, the power hoist on the tower. Oh, look at that. I'm like a kid back in the 1960s.
Yeah.
I'm seeing what they see for the first time. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'll do you a favor and take it off your hands for you.
I appreciate that.
Look at the original price, $15.98.
That's what I paid.
What are you looking for in this?
Phew, man, $800.
$700?
$700. Deal.
You know what? I think I might buy it a seat on the plane. Awesome. I helped reduce Greg's moving costs by taking a few toys off his hands. I got a Flash Gordon action figure set for $200, and I'll probably be able to sell it for $300. Next, I bought the Spooky Haunted House board game for $200. That should scare $350 out of any courageous toy fan. And finally, I hit the jackpot. I got a Matt Mason talker, his Martian friend Callisto, and the Showstopper, a pristine space set, all for $1,400. And I can probably get about $3,500 for the lot. All in all, at Greg's, I spent about $2,700, which could net me around $5 grand once I get back to the office. And with that, my southern strut in Tennessee comes to an end. Where the only thing bigger than the hospitality is the box I'm gonna use to bring home all my new toys.